Quaid Azam Part 169. Well, when the British had taken the control after the mutiny of 1857, what was their role? Originally, it was a mutiny that was initiated by the Hindu sepoys, and they very efficiently controlled this mutiny. Well, we the natives call it War of Independence. They called it mutiny. Someone else called it a revolt in 1857. Now, how could you put the blames on the Muslims when it was initiated by the Hindu sepoys? It was initiated by the Hindu sepoys, but they didn't take the revenge of the Hindu sepoys. They didn't take the revenge of the Hindu community. Yes, they went against those Hindu sepoys who had revolted, and they suppressed the mutiny. But what actually happened there? They put all of the blames on the Muslims, and they started destroying Muslim culture, Muslim nationhood, Muslim identity, and they confiscated Muslim properties, burned down Muslim houses, burned down Muslim memoirs. And I don't remember the name of the Prime Minister at that time in England. The Prime Minister of Great Britain, I don't know what was his name, he wrote a letter to his envoy in India, probably a viceroy or whatever who was, and he wrote it in the letter, level all of the Muslim mosques to the ground, whatever the artistic value they have. Level all of the Muslim historical buildings to the ground, whatever the artistic or historical significance that they bear. Thanks God, they did not level Taj Mahal. Thanks God, they did not level Qutub Minar. Thanks God, they did not level Red Fort. Thanks God, they did not level the Jamia Mosque of Delhi. They would have done it. But of course, in those days, they were not in the possession of the Muslims. They were in the possession of the imperial lords, or more so in the possession of the imperial lords, or under certain circumstances, even under the possession of the Hindus. Could it be a statement by a sensible Prime Minister of Great Britain, providing such an intention? Level all of the Muslim buildings, level all of the Muslim mosques. Does it make any sense? Is it not rubbish? Who is this? Who is the person giving such instruction? He's not a clerk. He's not a fanatic. He's not Osama bin Laden. He's the Prime Minister of Great Britain in those days. And what a fanatic statement he issued. Level down all of the Muslim buildings. Come on. They were the separatists, and they are the cause of all the troubles that took place there. I can give you another example. Say, for instance, talk about RSS when they murdered Mahatma Gandhi in 1948. Now the fanatic who killed Mahatma Gandhi was a Hindu. So after the murder, they caught the activist of RSS, put him in the jail, and there was an inquiry on it, and he was put behind the bar, and it all went along with it. There was no exploitation of the Hindu community. There was no case built against the Hindus. And whatever had happened, they took it only to one single activist of RSS and took it to the court and settled the issue. But what happened to the murder of Indira Gandhi? When Indira Gandhi was murdered in 1984, if I'm not wrong, if my year is wrong, I beg my pardon. She was murdered in 1984 by a Sikh guard. It was one of the Sikh guard who murdered Indira Gandhi. So what happened? Well, the Indians became mad. They victimized whole of the Sikh community. There were attacks on their temples, on their religious centers. Their golden temple was put on fire. And in fact, they ravished whole of the Sikh community in India. Is it not the separatist attitude of the Indians? Well, when it's a Hindu killing Mahatma Gandhi, you only take action against one single Hindu and don't blind the whole of the community. But if there is one single Sikh guard killing Indira Gandhi, you You take an action against whole of the community. So who are the separatists? Well, Indians are themselves the separatists over here. Not to blame Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah for it, not to blame anyone else. It were the Muslims who actually gave unity to India.